Grand Duke Henri of Luxembourg announced this Sunday, June 23, that from October next year, the functions of the throne will pass to his son, Crown Grand Duke Guillaume. In his announcement, he put an end to speculation on the matter and made it clear that this was not an abdication. Henri of Luxembourg took advantage of the country's National Day celebrations to announce an important decision he has taken that will determine the future of the duchy. In particular, the Grand Duke announced that he will hand over his functions to his son Guillaume, who will assume the post of presenting lieutenant from October. The Crown Grand Duke Guillaume will assume the functions of head of state from October. With great affection and trust, I wish him good luck. We are obliged to look to the future with optimism, knowing that together we can achieve great things, Henri of Luxembourg said. At no point, however, did he mention abdication, merely confining himself to delegating his powers to his son. At the end of his term, his firstborn son will have to take an oath to defend the country's constitution. The announcement by the Grand Duke of Luxembourg came as a surprise to everyone, although rumors of a possible abdication had been constant in recent days. Upon learning that Guillaume will now assume the royal functions, the country's Prime Minister Luc Frieden emphasized that Henri will not lose his title. The lieutenant representative is the representative of the Grand Duke. This means that, of course, the Grand Duke remains him, but he can delegate some tasks, he noted. It is also worth mentioning that the Grand Duke of Luxembourg, Henri, admitted that he took this decision in agreement with his wife, Marie-Therese of Luxembourg. His firstborn son, Guillaume, is married to Stephanie of Luxembourg, and they have 2 children in common, Charles and Francois II, and third in the line of succession. The following is the full text of the statement released by the royal family of Luxembourg via its social media channels. Grand Duke Henri announced today that he will transfer ownership to Crown Grand Duke Guillaume in October. Speculation has been rife, but now it's official. Grand Duke Henri is stepping down. This October, his son, Crown Grand Duke Guillaume, will take over with his wife, Crown Grand Duchess Stephanie. With great love and trust, I wish them good luck. We must look to the future with optimism, knowing that together we can achieve great things. Grand Duke Henri will retain his official title, as this is not an abdication. Instead, he will be represented by his son, Crown Grand Duke Guillaume. The Grand Duke may temporarily or permanently delegate his authority to the lieutenant representative. Before assuming his duties, this lieutenant representative will take an oath to defend the Constitution, the statement said. On the occasion of his 69th birthday, last April, Henri of Luxembourg spoke openly about a possible abdication in an interview given to a public television program. He was asked about the issue at the time, and he admitted that he was aware of the importance of this step. I think it's very important to give young people a chance. Transmission and trust are 2 key elements in my relationship with my son. At some point I'm thinking of retiring, that's obvious, he said at the time. Those words are now taking on significance, sparking many rumors that that moment is near. With Henri of Luxembourg's announcement, he reaffirms his trust in his firstborn son and wife, although he emphasizes the fact of his non-retirement. Grand Duke Henri of Luxembourg ascended the throne in 2000, following the abdication of his father, Grand Duke Jean. He thus became the 6th to hold the title in the House of Nassau-Weilburg. After studying at the University of Geneva, in 1981 he said "I do" to Marie-Therese, with whom he has 5 children: Prince Guillaume, Prince Felix, Prince Louis, Princess Louise, Princess Alexandra, and Prince Sebastian. During his reign, the monarch has devoted himself to social and humanitarian issues, especially collaborating with organizations working on environmental issues. The decision of Grand Duke Henri of Luxembourg to hand over the functions of head of state to his son, Crown Grand Duke Guillaume, was an important turning point in the history of the duchy. In his statement on National Day, Henri of Luxembourg made it clear that this was not an abdication but a delegation of authority, allowing him to retain his title. Guillaume will serve as representing lieutenant as head of state starting in October, signaling the confidence and support of his father and mother, Marie Thérèse of Luxembourg. But with this move, Henri of Luxembourg demonstrates his willingness to hand over the reins of power to a new generation, which emphasizes the importance of continuity and trust in the royal family. Crown Grand Duke Guillaume and his wife, Crown Grand Duchess Stephanie, will enter a new phase of their lives, taking responsibility for the future of the duchy. The retention of the title by Henri of Luxembourg and the continuation of its symbolic presence shows stability and respect for tradition. This step also opens up new opportunities for a younger generation of rulers who can bring fresh ideas and energy to the governance of the country. The importance of this event is underscored by Henri's words about the need to look to the future with optimism, faith in joint efforts, and great achievements. Luxembourg thus enters a new era, remaining true to its historical roots and striving for progress and prosperity.